Roll call the town board, Harold Shoemaker.
Here.
Penny Flora.
Here.
Andy Larson.
Here.
Fred Swayze.
Here.
George Story here. Officers present, Jim Duval.
Yeah.
Mary Jo LeClaire's here.
Here.
TJ's here. Don Rose is excused. Bonnie Allen is here. With that, can we all rise and pledge the flag? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Before you, you have the minutes of the preceding meeting.
I looked
Yeah,
through it, I didn't see
see
anything.
anything in there with different.
Motion to accept.
I'll mention
A
it.
second.
All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, carried. Correspondence on file, the primary election is Thursday, September 13th, 11:15 to 9 p.m. The general election is Tuesday, November 6th, from 5:15 in the morning to 9 p.m. at night. Reports from town officers, if I can go through this, it's supposed to tell me the order probably. Oh, that's the assessor. Oh, we didn't have it before, okay. So Mary Jo's reports here on file.
Yes.
Everything's going okay for now?
Yep, that's the letter that the state is issued, that it's mandatory now for people that are over the age of 65 that were on just the enhanced STAR program, that they are going on to the income verification program, which once they do this, and I put them into the computer, they don't sign up anymore. It's just a one-time thing.
Is it
And
up
so-
to that resident to come down here on their own and get the form, or
No,
is
I'm
it to be mailed
gonna,
out?
I'll be mailing those to people that I have on my list. And there was about 60 of them, so they'll be going out to people.
And this is actually a form attached, and
That's
Yeah.
the one.
Yeah, see how their social security numbers will be down there at the bottom? For their name and social security number and all that. That's only the people that are living in the house, I need that stuff, and then I put that in, and then the state can take it from there, knowing their income and all of that.
oh, you don't have to put the income in it?
No.
Oh, okay,
Nope. The state will do it.
all right.
And then the most they can make is 86,000, so they should be okay.
That's people over 65, you said, right?
Yeah, that's the only thing, is they have to be over 65.
Now with the state doing this, does this make things easier on assessors and yourself?
Yeah, it will, because before I would be doing, their income, they bring into their income, their forms and all of that. So now it's done by the state.
Okay, very good.
Mhm.
Okay, for the month of July, ending July 31st, general fund A, we had revenues of $2,719.69. We had total expenses in the general fund A of $27,530.57. The general fund B revenues, we had $42.17. The general fund B expenses is $645.90. The DA highway revenue account is $9,572.67. The highway DA expense account is $18,078.51. The DB highway revenue account is $30,371.78. The DB highway expense account is $28,869.52. The regular checkbook is $50,292.57. The money market account is $801,589.21. Sales tax year to date is $140,133.05. And fire protection revenue was $1,828.34. What's that?
Well, I'm looking through here, this is see where she's got the revenue portion on it, but
What did I do? Did I miss one?
I'm missing, you don't have the expenditures in here.
Oh, right on the front, you know, I know there, I did it off the paper. Right here, the expenditures, there's revenues in the first part,
Okay.
and then it goes general fund A on page one.
Okay, I see.
General fund B is page two.
Because it's a little bit different than what she's done. Okay.
Well, it's like I was telling you, it updated something yesterday morning, and then once you printed it, it might have come out different, so I don't know what it updated, but. All right. Now, it says, is there a corporate
It's
report?
not gonna happen. We can redo it, so it's a.
Or just
Hey.
one? Oh, okay. Town clerk's report, there's pay to the supervisor, $480.88. Decals is $23.62. Dog license is $45, and health department for marriage license is $45.
I can get one. Okay. All right, good.
Historian's report. Is on file here. He's compiling a scrapbook for the resolution of the village and sorting out research. Spencer, and historian, the timeline for Vanette and official.
And I got the book back that we were looking for Penny.
Oh, the folder book, yeah.
Yes, thank you, Penny.
Park commission, report, I guess.
One thing about the park, you see those lights are on all the time?
Yeah. They're on even in the daytime?
I think so.
Oh, the timer wants to stop somehow. Must be the peg on the screw.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. You know, it's just a regular wheel clock, like a hot water heater, but there's some, you gotta tighten them thumb screws up to hold, so it turns it on and off.
Inside
and
the
make it-
building?
Yeah, like stop and look at it. The dog control report is here. Why would they have that?
Yeah.
Yeah, keep going. Code report is here. Did you wanna say anything? No?
It's been busy, dog control's been busy, so we did a little research prior to we, looked up Frank's record, and he had picked up 4 dogs in the last 5 years. I picked up 7 in the last 6 weeks. 4 have returned home, 3 I still have.
Too many people know who you are.
Well,
That's
maybe it's
probably a
just,
factor.
maybe it's coincidental, but it's been, and of course, the dog bite issue, then you were part of the first responders there, that was kind of horrifying, but,
Yep.
so
They're
it's
probably a
been,
little more accessible too, being,
well, I'm here, right,
Yeah.
I'm not
Working second
gone,
shift,
so
whatever.
I guess that might make a lot of difference,
Yeah.
but it's pretty busy. Other than that, it's, like I say, I think I made the comment in the last one, but, probably October, November, I'm gonna do a census.
You
get paid by the dog.
And, she's, I hope so, because I suspect that, our license list and the actual count is,
That'd be
there's
good.
quite a gap there, so.
Probably.
there is a Etten dog control website, Facebook thing that's, not just everybody can go on and say stuff, so, but that's, I'll tell you, social media, all these dogs, except the 3 that are obviously drop-offs, is helped tremendously.
Oh, you find them,
You
you
know,
mean, yeah.
because within 24 hours, just literally hundreds and thousands of people have seen it, because people start sharing it, you know. So that's when it's a good thing,
Yeah,
that's when it helps like that, but it's busy.
yeah. Planning commission, fire, we just had a couple classes again the other day. All kinds of things going on with that, we've been working on a new fire contract, it's budget time this year. Okay, Rand, there was no meet, okay.
Doing nothing.
Just wanna, I know at times Anthony used to come down here, give a report and all that.
Yeah.
Could, even if he submitted a report, so we could see number of fire calls, different things that he's always done before, I'm just interested in,
That was
you
always
know.
nice to look at.
Yeah, you
I
know,
almost
see,
think we got more calls this year already than we did last year.
right, and now encompassing the village and all them, I just wanna, he does, you know, if he can make it, that's fine, or if it's just submitting a report like we've done, so we can just see, you know, what's happening, how many calls, you know,
I'll get you one.
how you guys do all that.
Sure
You know,
enough.
we can just look at it monthly, that'd be awesome.
Because that was quite an in-depth report he gave at the village.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Yeah, and every so often, for him to come down here and give a report in person,
Yep.
that'd be awesome.
Okay. Please do, he does that. Harold, Rand, no Rand meeting?
No.
No. I see George Rupert in the paper.
Yeah, see,
Tim Gribble,
Yeah, I have
there's a report there someplace.
report here, we can talk about fuel thing.
Now, the payment, I said you filed for the payment, but we didn't get no money yet?
Not yet, it goes through, I think, September 17th, that checks get issued, so. But the report I sent in was all proper, and that's what we're getting back for now.
And the other one says before the end of September too, then, Pave New York or whatever you call it.
All of that, because I turned in the Pave New York, the extreme winter, and a portion of the chips, and it's 63,000.
Now, one of the
Change
things we're
total.
concerned about is a 2,000-gallon diesel fuel tank. Griffiths Energy had a quote of $7,500 for a double wall tank on skids with pump and meter. Beavers Petroleum out of Horseheads has one for $10,100 for the same thing. And the other quote didn't come through, so they need to pay with it.
Now, you remember correctly, that's delivery of the tank, everything
Dropped
ready to
off.
go, and then you
We
guys.
gotta hook the electric up and get some stairs up to it,
Okay.
and, crash barriers
Is that new
around it,
business or-
whatnot, and maybe a roof if we want,
You guys gonna do that yourself?
We'll do that.
Okay,
or we'll have somebody hook the juice up,
yeah, get you.
yeah.
Well, everything-
We're gonna set, it's ready to go.
Yeah, we've been trying to work with things for the village, going to water meetings and you name it for, trying to get proactive and trying to get a handle on all these things that we got coming up with the village dissolution thing. We got another meeting, I think the 21st.
August 21st.
This month. And so it's something all the time, it seems like. Working on a new fire contract also, so, other than that, just day-to-day business, taking care of things. Acceptances of officers' reports as presented, motion to do so,
I'll make the motion.
by Fred, second,
I'll second it.
Andy.
So what are we doing on that tank? Are we waiting for the third?
No, I put it under new
New
business.
business and
I will say that we've had almost 30 days to receive the 3 requests for proposals, we've got 2 back.
Right, I understand, I just wanted to make sure we were gonna do something.
Yeah, I'm running the officers' reports, I mean,
Yes. All in favor?
all in favor, yeah, I'm trying to get my.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, carried. Audit committee in general, I don't have. Baldwin, what's this?
Just,
Oh, that's-
Bonnie, did everybody get a copy of
yeah, I didn't get it.
We-
this? Everybody gets a copy. general fund audit report.
Oh, no, I didn't do
Okay, just report on it, we'll
Okay,
get copies
alright.
afterwards, then, all right.
that. Sorry.
So, general bills for the month, was a pretty, not an active month. We had total claims of $6,558.47. In review of the bills, as I state every month, the majority of these this month were our day-to-day operations and monthly bills to keep the town going and everything that we're involved with our lights, phones, all the parts and pieces to keep the trains going. So with that, in review of that, I found nothing out of order, and I need the board to do a motion to pay the bills for them.
Highway, Harold,
Basically the same thing, the DA account for the shop repairs and et cetera was $1,708.60, and the DG account, including the chips, material for that, was $13,359.50 for a total of $15,468.10. Recommending paid. Bonnie put in here, there's a refund check from Radco Supply for $28.34.
For some reason, I don't know why they just didn't leave it for credit, they don't have to do that.
so we gotta cash it in and just put it back in. So you want, I'll leave you this part and I'll take it.
Yeah.
Okay, we have approval, authorization to pay the bills of the evening. I'd make the motion to do such. Second,
1 second.
by Penny. My recommendations of Fred and Harold. All of those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Under old business, the attorney says that the purchase offer for land to the highway department will be completed soon. Communications from audit. I guess we're going right along. Did you want to address the board, Heather?
Yeah, I just have a quick question. Do you realize that your next meeting is on the same night as the primary election?
Is it really?
Yeah.
How did they do that?
The what meeting?
The 13th of September. They had to move it because of September 11th.
Oh.
So it's an
Oh.
unusual election. It's not on a Tuesday, it's on a Thursday.
Is there any Republican primary?
Is there one? Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
we have
question.
one here.
There is one?
Yeah,
So
there
what do
is.
we do about that?
Either they'll have to change theirs or we'll have to change ours.
Well, sounds like we gotta change ours.
Probably that'd be the easiest.
So we want another,
But we can do that, do business, I guess.
yeah, we'll have to figure out a
Yeah,
date.
figure out a date.
Son of a gun. Primary.
I didn't realize they were
Thank you.
honoring 9/11 like that.
Yeah, they couldn't get people to go out.
Frank, did you want to address the board?
You know, the original.
Jim, did you want to address the board?
Want to talk to the board?
A lot of
No,
things
how
happen
about you?
that year.
No, not me.
Oh, there's Brian. Hey, hi Brian. You want to address the board at this time?
Yeah, I think you'll have a copy of the letter from the county executive.
No, we wait for you.
Oh, okay. I'll give you a little background. I found out week before last, because I read the paper, that the grant money was not received by the village that they had requested. And that was slowing down the dissolution process. They just didn't have the funds. So I went through and I verified everything was done correctly, it was done on time, the monies are coming, they haven't been released yet, so the grant's been approved. As a stopgap measure and help with cash flow, I approached the county executive about forward and fronting some of the funds to help move things along. What I came up with the amount that they were granted was $44,085. The county has agreed to cover that amount in full, to be reimbursed when the grant does come through. The reason I'm talking to you folks about is you're gonna own everything on January 1st, including the debt. So you would assume the responsibility for this if the grant doesn't come in. When the grant comes in, that also belongs to you, so it'll be a wash. So if you're agreeable, this would help the village and move the funds along, move the process along. I mean, there's a very good possibility the grant money will come in by 12/31, but if it doesn't, then, as I said, you inherit everything.
Guess we don't really have a problem with it. I just heard a funny rumor there that they said that they're holding the money because of something they did, and I thought, I don't know what they did, so how would I know, you know?
Well,
It was just a rumor that I heard, you know, it seems silly.
I looked into it as far as I was capable of, and I haven't heard anything that was done inappropriately. Everything was done electronically, so there's no hard copy available. It was signed electronically, it was processed appropriately, I confirmed it with CGR, so there, you know, it appears everything was done above board and correctly, so we can only wait on the state. I do have inquiries in, to try and find out if the, you know, if they have any idea when the funds will be released.
Right. I don't know if we have to do it right now, but we put it under new business again to talk about this, that, I don't see any problem, you know, I would assume they're gonna get the grant money. I mean, if it's done properly. We applied for a grant also, but,
Well, basically, all it is saying that if by chance the money isn't, if they don't receive the money by December 31st and it comes after that, then it's the town's responsibility to repay this to the
county.
Right, when that comes in, it's not due before that, there's no due date on this document. So it's just, I read the letter, see what you think, what the process for this, because it's such a short turnaround. I found out about it, I read your article, fortunately, and that was how I discovered it. And I confirmed it, and then I went through the executive's office. It's gotta go before committee, so it has to go through committee, then it has to go to the legislature. We're trying to do it for Monday, so that we can turn it around and have a check in their hand by the end of next week. So it has to go through, we have to schedule a special budget meeting at least Monday evening before the full legislative meeting, and then we have to get it through the legislature. So I don't see any problem with it passing, but it is the legislature.
As long as they agree that there's somebody backing it, huh? Okay, there's something else then?
No, you covered the water board meeting, we have one scheduled.
Yeah, you're coming to that too then?
Yeah, I've got it on my calendar,
Okay.
so that's the only thing I've got, otherwise, you folks, I've been away for a while, so you folks probably know more than I do.
Yeah, well, that's fine and dandy, I guess. Okay, county money.
Brian, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
You have the temperature of the legislative board to see where they sit with this, or you gonna need maybe us to come over and speak in open mic to kinda, show that?
Well, if we agree to do it tonight, he can bring that information back, I guess.
Yeah, if you can shoot me an email that says we concur
Yeah.
with this proposal. The village has already sent a concurrence email. It wouldn't hurt.
I'm just trying to get a sense, where this is gonna go, and if they delay it, then, the process, time is of the essence with everything here, so.
It is, because if we wait till September, by the time you see a check, it'll be the third week in September. You still have to, just the audit, for example, you have to go out to bid for the audit, and then you've got to select an auditor and go through that process, and it's not gonna be an easy one. I mean,
Right.
no audit is. So that would be helpful. I polled the budget committee, and that's the most critical one, that's the smaller committee. And I've got enough favorable votes for that to pass. It will probably pass unanimously,
Right.
but I have, confirmation from enough individuals to ensure that it will pass. The legislature, I honestly don't see a problem there. It has the support of the executive's office. I'm gonna, talk through it at the budget meeting, and if you can contribute something at the legislative meeting. It's Monday at 7 o'clock, 203 Lake Street.
Right, up on the 5th floor.
Don't feel obligated to bring food.
All right, very good.
Thank you.
Yeah, did you want to address the board, Heather? Yep, Karen?
Yeah, I can't make every meeting, and I was wondering, I had talked to Dawn about it briefly, about if I think it's important to have these films available as amateurish as they are, so people can see, because I think a lot of important stuff comes out the village, people need to hear from. So is it possible that you guys could film it? From what I understand, if a municipality does film a meeting, it just then becomes a part of your official minutes. But just, you don't have to answer me right now, but if you could consider it, because I just think it would be good to do that, at least until the end of the, until the dissolution is completed.
I know I can't do it, because I don't know how to run them things.
Well, I talked to Dawn about it briefly, and I just had to learn how to do this, and like I said, the films are not very good, but at least it has it from your mouths, what's being said, and to hopefully quell any rumors that seem to fly. Anyway, maybe I just don't expect an answer right now, but at least you know, and hopefully you talk to Dawn about it, and I'll talk to her when she gets back and see if she'd be willing to do it.
The only village stir that I've heard lately is about the water business there, and we're working on that. With the next meeting, hopefully we'll have a lot more input on water rates and that sort of thing.
Okay, good.
And more feasible rates, I guess you wanna call them, if you wanna say something about that.
Okay.
Did you want to address the board otherwise?
No, thank
Okay.
you, thank you.
What are you talking about, leaving your equipment here? or
Well, I would
something?
get it to, because I'm also filming the village meetings, so I would make sure to get it here, either myself, or if I'm not going to be in town, have somebody else bring it. And, in plenty of time, probably the day of or something. So.
I mean, if you've talked to Dawn and she's fine. I mean,
Well, she's not, she didn't commit to anything, but she said she.
I'm not opposed to learning, I don't.
Oh, okay, that would be great. Because actually, I'm paying around a little bit, but basically all I was going to do is set it up and point it at you guys and.
Not a rip.
All right, thank you. I can talk to you more about it later.
I'd just like to comment on, as we see things unfolding here, and we talked about before that we kind of have been planning all along this would go this way, but we're in a limbo here, we just never sure. So now as we see things progressing towards the dissolution, I want to stress patience with everybody. There's a lot we got to go through. We're getting a lot of help, from we hired LaBarge to help us, working with the lawyer on things. There's a lot now that we were ready, that we knew we had to get into. Now we got to get into it, and so please be patient with us. We might not have all the answers as we move along here, but on December,
We're trying to get them.
by that first meeting in January, we'll have it all laid out. I mean, we know, we've already talked that this is going to be a tough process as we move forward. And I don't think it's going to be that tough. It's just a lot of time, a whole different structure we got to put together. So just ask you to be patient with us. We'll be as forthcoming with information as we can. Some things we might not have an answer, and it's going to take a little bit longer to get it put together.
Different style budget this time around, and there's people who already approached us from the county, I guess it was, to figure out to help us, and I think LaBarge also can help us on how to do the next budget, because it's gonna be different than style than we've always been used to, so. It's gonna be quite a process, I think. No, she said she did. Okay, any other, no, communication funds, okay, new business. Legal notice 10, well, they're gonna have a joint meeting, Gil?
So that would eliminate, that Monday is using it for a town board meeting.
Yeah. I mean, we could do it the 11th even, but I know what the ramifications are. I always do when it's on the 11th, I'd always do a moment of silence and that kind of thing. What about the 11th?
I don't want to do it the 11th.
No,
Okay.
it's not doing the
All
It's
right,
not cool.
20th? Following Thursday?
I would,
Not that
I
Friday.
would think if, rather than, with everything going on, rather than delay it any longer, I think we put it to the first.
Put it on the sixth?
The sixth?
That way, because that's 2 weeks earlier and it's, it might be other things we
We
may
got,
have
you
to
know,
address.
I'll put everybody on notice now even though, and normally I do it in September. And get ready for the budget. Wish list has gotta come out soon, cause we got a lot of things to work with the budget this time around. It's gonna be hectic budget time.
Yeah,
So we gotta meet on the sixth then. If we can all meet on the sixth, you think?
yeah, I'm not opposed to Fridays, but I do all that football announcing on, well, for varsity, for the spec Eagles, I don't know quite sure what ones are home dates. I looked at it, but I can't tell you off the top of my head, so I hate to commit this to something.
Okay, so
If
how
we could
about,
do it,
9/6 at 7?
No, we have to authorize it to home,
Advertise?
advertise that meeting on September 6th and also the legal notice for the joint meeting on September
10.
10th.
Were we gonna come under new business to have a legal notice put into the morning times also? I think.
Well,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
we're gonna have-
I didn't see it on the agenda, I didn't see it on here, so.
We're getting there.
Yeah, we're working on that, you know.
I just didn't see it on here. So
I don't see any of, none of the other paper ain't listed either, but we can do it to both because I think more people read the morning times. You can't buy a morning times paper.
Why don't we back up just for a minute?
Okay,
I would sponsor a resolution effective, I guess, let's see, effective tonight, that we start including the morning times as a legal paper.
Yeah.
All we need to do is find out what day.
what's the date?
Well, how far in advance they have to be in the paper before they would be illegal?
I'm not sure of that.
Okay, that's what we need to,
Okay.
and I
Is that a daily paper? Daily paper?
It's a daily paper.
So I
I
Lots of
would sponsor that.
Resolution 18 of 18.
Morning times is.
What do you mean 48?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I thought.
Oh, I'm looking at that, I said, well, that's the beginning resolution.
48-18,
You didn't write it in there. 48?
because we get the other meeting.
Oh, okay, very good. Sponsor was Harold,
Yep.
I'll second.
second was Andy. Roll call town board. Harold,
Aye.
Fred,
Aye.
Andy,
Aye.
Penny,
Aye.
and George. Aye, carried. Good idea.
So then in turn, I would, make a move to, or a resolution authorizing the town clerk to place an ad in the,
Morning time,
Morning
and
time.
well, I don't even know what the other paper is. Random
Random
Harvest.
Harvest, for both of the,
Minute
legal
meetings.
notice for the joint meeting, for the, changing the regular scheduled meeting to September 6th at 7 o'clock, and the, joint town and village meeting at 10 o'clock. Both are here at the town hall at 7 o'clock.
Okay. Well, I don't know Bolden, I read something about Bolden, here it is. Okay.
Well, that's,
So we don't have to do anything with that, Bolden, Grand Chance, Gabriel, Television,
just
yeah,
notice
that.
that they,
Apply for it or something? Okay. Fuel tank, seven, oh, no, we didn't, okay, sponsor, let me go back, sponsor for the paper ads,
I'll sponsor.
Harold, second,
That's fine. That was-
Fred, roll call town board, Harold,
Aye.
Fred.
Aye.
Andy.
Aye.
Penny.
Aye.
And George. Aye, carried.
I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah, $7,500 for the fuel tank, and, resolution 50 of 18, I'd sponsor that one, second,
One second.
Penny,
Authorized the highway superintendent to purchase the fuel tank at the amount of $7,500.
yep,
And put that in as part of the resolution.
I already did, yep. Mine, I don't know if she did. You got 7,500 for the fuel tank? Okay. Roll call town board, Harold,
Aye.
Fred,
Aye.
Andy, I pretty much read that paper that Brian gave us there, you know, I know it'd be nice to have him get that audit as quick as possible, so that we can find out if there's any inconsistencies or problems, and $44,085, we'd have to cover that if the grant don't come through. Everybody agree?
Any amount, so you should make a resolution.
I'm gonna make it.
Right.
But I just
Agree to have a resolution on that.
Yeah,
Yes, I agree to put that out for resolution.
5118. Is there a sponsor?
I'll sponsor it.
Is there any discussion on it first?
That basically is just, if something doesn't happen, so on January first, we might get it, we have to pay it back.
Right.
Right, so we'll have to, when we do budget, we might have to make a provision in there for that, you know? That's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
Or how would you do that? That's, I guess, my only, you know.
We're applying for a grant too, already, that we're supposed to be giving to help us through the process, but I don't think that's for that purpose.
Right, but on January, you know, the week of January 1, you have to write a check.
Well, we don't have to write it until June.
Well, anytime during the next year's budget, we have
I know.
to, somehow we gotta write a check, you know, we have to,
Well, it's.
Easy payment plan.
Maybe, hopefully, the money would come forward here prior to the.
Who's the money coming from, the state?
It comes from the state, and it's been approved, it hasn't arrived yet. And
Oh,
it's-
okay.
You know, it's created a cash flow problem for the village, which will ultimately be a cash flow problem for you folks.
Right.
So rather than, you know, this is found money that's coming in, so the county's willing to stopgap it by putting money in front of it.
and I'm in agreement with that, I'm just more, you said discussion, and that would be my only concern.
Is how to get the money.
If we got to that point where we had to, you know,
But
write a check.
if it's a
still
budgeting,
wait.
if it's a budgeting question, if you'd be more comfortable with a payment schedule or, you know, put in place, I can pursue that, you know, rather than, you know, pay it back in one lump shot.
Going with that.
You know, I wonder how long it would take them to come through with money. I mean, the state's, normally the last day of this year would be the day we get a check. And the
It
state
should be.
Now, we got money in reserve that we can actually write the check, but we'd have to put it in provisions, budget time and resolution, that if we do have a problem, then we can take the money out of reserves to pay for it.
I agree. I think the only thing we have to deal with right now or be concerned about is a resolution or whatever, so that Brian has that
Has
to
that
take it
going
back
to
to
the
the,
board, yeah.
to the county
Right.
legislators, that we're in agreement with this process.
I'm in agreement, you just said any discussion, and I just wanted
I
to bring
know.
that point up.
Maybe that's the way to do it, though, we'll make
Okay.
a resolution
All right.
budget time that we can pay for it out of reserve.
All right, that sounds good.
If
We
I-
got a plan in
And
motion.
hopefully the
Okay.
payment comes.
If I can just add to, when we put that letter together, the executive also committed to any assistance you need. I mean, we're not, January first, the county is gonna go, okay, now it's the town of Etten, we're there to provide whatever assistance we need, whether it's working on a budget,
Yeah,
because, you know, again, this has never been done before.
right.
So it's a learning experience for us, and there's a good possibility it could happen again.
I know there's a lot of towns watching. what's
Yeah,
going
so,
on.
you know, let's get it right, let's be as reasonable as we can be, and proceed that way. But if you can think of anything you need, any assistance you need,
Right.
Right, we don't wanna pay for it the first or second week of January, but if it goes on, you know, if for some reason that money don't
Yeah.
come, I would think it would come.
it's, the comment that I got from the executive's office was, it's a given the state money will come in. Apparently, it's very easy to get grants approved, getting paid takes a little bit longer.
Right.
Not very easy, but it's easier to get approval than it is to get payment. But again, you know, and I can take this forward if you'd like me to, if you'd like a safety net, so that if for some reason the grant money didn't come through, we could put up a payment schedule.
Yeah.
But I don't see it coming to that, but if that would give
No, I
you
don't either.
a comfort level, let's pursue it.
No, I'm good to where I think, I just wanted to make sure our heads were a little bit wrapped around, Now,
The idea is.
the idea that we might have to make a provision for that moving forward if the state doesn't come through in a timely manner. Other than that, I think we're all in agreement with it, so we can move forward and get the cash flow coming for the village, because
Okay,
we all know
sponsor?
they need it, so. I'll sponsor.
Fred, second.
I'll second.
Harold? All, well, no, I gotta do it differently. Roll call vote, Harold,
Aye.
Fred,
Aye.
Andy. Aye. Penny? And George, aye, carried. So, Dawn's back tomorrow. We can have her prepare the resolution and email it to you?
Yeah, that'd be perfect. I'll bring that forward. That way both parties are in concurrence,
Okay.
and, you know, the more complete package we bring to the legislature, the more, the easier it'll be to pass.
Okay, very good. Any other new business, people?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess make reference to this water board meeting that's scheduled for the 21st with Catherine Reed. Basically, she has met with the village, and she obtained some information in regards to the billing and the records that they have, and she's going to, the reason for this meeting, she's gonna bring it back. She's gonna put it into a program and then work out what she thinks would be a fair way of for the water, the charging, for the charging the water, the hydrant fees, et cetera, et cetera. So basically, that's what the meeting is about. I mean, there's not any budget numbers or anything of that nature. It's just a report that she's gonna compile based on the information she's received from Heather and the information she's received from the village, and put that information together and present it. So that's basically what it's gonna be involved in. So there isn't, we're not gonna see anything that, other than that report that day. The other thing, I stopped today, I went up to, on my way back up, I stopped at Frank's Disposal and talked with Art, well, he's the son, he's the owner. In regards to the process we're going on with the village, that presently he has a contract, a year contract that expires May 31st for $1,100 per month, which includes,
Per month, really?
$1,100 per month.
Oh my God.
That's what they pay. And again, the contract is good through March 31st, so that he is willing to, or is offering, that he will continue to do the village garbage pickup and recyclables through May 31st, and then if through the dissolution, then come January, then the town would write the check for the garbage pickup. And then if we may have to have some type of a drawn up contract drawn up to, to extend it to the public. And again, he said he doesn't see any issues with the rate, any increases. The only thing would happen through these recyclables, because of the lack of interest in purchasing them. I guess the county is considering raising the fee on recyclables to about twice what they charge per ton for the garbage.
What does that mean? We get?
Well, there's no one buying the recyclables. There's no market out there for them, so now they're, he said, I think if the exact number, he said that, you know, it's like $500 a ton for the garbage, and they're looking at possibly raising the recyclable fees up to maybe $900 a ton. If they were to do that, then that would be something that would become part of the negotiations or part of the contract after May 31st. So that eliminates, I don't know if I eliminates, but that kind of takes care of one of the issues that we were concerned about. We'd have to work into,
I'm surprised it wasn't a yearly payment.
it was a yearly contract, but it's a monthly payment to make it.
And it's a May 31st to 31st contract, or is
Well,
Yes.
June first, yeah.
Or June first, that's.
Yes, it was. He offered a 2-year contract for, would have been $1,050 a month, but being that they only accepted the 1 year because of the uncertainties of what was going to take place, they agreed to the 1 year term, so, the 1 year contract,
Very good.
so. I guess other than that, that's,
Other than that, we're good?
oh, he mentioned that you should, in the process, limit to 4 bags per household. Because he said a lot of times you're seeing people that live within the village, they have friends or anything, and they bring their garbage in, so, he said you stop someplace and there's 11 bags and it's just a, so, you know, again, in the process of
Right.
notifying
Have to
everybody,
advertise, yeah.
notifying everybody what's going to take place, it's something there we want to stipulate that it's based on 4 bags per.
We had that issue with brush cleanup. We had truckloads come in from out of town to get chipped. Yeah, that's big beast.
Now,
Do that again.
Usually in the spring.
and we're thinking about on that property down there, he mentioned it today about putting brush down there at a place, specific place on that new property for brush if people wanted to haul it there,
For the village.
for the village people.
Because some of the village people have trucks and whatnot and brush through the year, it would be easier for them to bring it down and dump it where the fire department would burn it periodically. And then the brush and stuff we get off the roads, we can dump down there also, because we have no place to dump stuff like that. But if we could dump it and burn it off at some point.
Or maybe,
Turn it
you know,
into.
maybe be able to get the tub grinder from
It's
the
where the highway
county.
barn is,
and
we go,
and grind it,
it's a
and
field right next to
we
it.
got chips,
It goes back.
that people can
Most
go.
of them get
That's
Chips,
what
chips,
Lansing
nobody wants
and Ithaca
them
do,
anymore.
yeah.
Oh, Lansing up there does that.
Yeah, so there's dumps on Ithaca.
Yeah.
Yeah,
People
we have
have
people
all
coming
this-
out.
But roots and stuff,
Well, you can
Right.
dispose of it anyway.
Yeah.
anyway, just to-
and we would have a spot when we're pulling, root systems up, because nobody wants that stuff on their properties. That would be a tub grinder situation. But one more benefit for the village people, open it up, they can bring brush down.
Very good. So we're working forward on different issues, you know. As we speak, we're gonna be coming up with a lot more, I'm sure.
I'd like to thank, well, whether to make a comment, I'd like to thank Matt Freeze for his attendance in for the various meetings and the reports that's been put in the paper. I think it's been very,
Up and up. Yeah.
very informative to all the village and town residents, and without his, I think with his assistance, it made things go through a lot easier, made the people aware of it, what was going on a daily or weekly basis. So from my point, I think the town board's feeling really greatly appreciated. And I'm going to mention down here to the Danny Mart that they put the morning times up on top, and then the start is at, and then you get the journal.
But they should have 50 more papers probably, because it's always a bare slate when I get there.
And we talked about, do they do home delivery also?
I believe they do.
We talked
here.
about
Getting one here too.
getting a couple here, so
One for the library and one for the office, you know.
go through the,
So this card here gives us the information to do such, yeah, okay.
He stopped in today.
Who did, somebody else?
Yeah, that's not.
Oh, okay, that ain't him, no. Very good. So anything else? We're gonna wrap it up?
I have nothing else.
Do you need to do something so Don can start that subscription?
I don't know if it has to be a resolution, that's just a newspaper, you know, and the library would like to have one, I know.
by motion,
Want a motion or a resolution?
by motion, I mean, it's.
Okay, motion to get the, paper delivered here at the office, at least 2 copies, you know, one for the library and one for here. I'd make the motion, second.
I'll second.
Second is Harold, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, carried. Take the paper, and you might need this one,
Okay.
she can do it. Okay, motion adjourned by Donna, oh, no. She's not here anymore.
When's the September meeting?
It's gonna be September sixth, the Thursday before, September sixth.
Penny would make a motion.
Okay, Penny makes the motion,
And
second,
A second.
by Fred, all those in favor signify by saying aye, opposed, carried.
Bonnie, did you get copies of them?
Yeah, I did, 7:50.
Yeah, put it on them all. We need copies of this one,
I did that.
oh, you already did that? Oh, okay, wait,
We'll see you.
we need